morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is a scene for Kingdom of the Southern Gate. A changeling Nuwad joint. So Rose has had a very interesting turn of events. Her mirror decided to talk to her. And I imagine that she is rather emotional right now. Rose, why don't you take over from here?
Indeed, Rose is picking herself up off her floor where she has just been spent the last several minutes crying, wondering what the fuck just happened. She takes a long, hard look at the mirror that is cracked and has handprints all over it. Her stiletto is still clutched into her hand. She looks at it, looks at the mirror, kind of shakes her head. That didn't really just happen, did it? No, no, it couldn't have. That would mean that. Am I going crazy? Uh, she picks herself up and puts the stiletto back into her bag. And she will go and take a shower and try and rinse off all the shit that just happened. And yeah,
So,
so that's what
you want to
she's
hear
doing.
something amusing?
Yep.
It just occurred to your darling precious storyteller that when you say stiletto, you mean the
Hmm.
weapon and not your shoe.
I do. Yes. Yes, I do.
Your precious storyteller was picturing a Louboutin. Carry on, good soldier.
That's great. Yeah, no, the weapon. Yes, she has. That's her weapon specialty is stilettos. Oh.
I thought Louboutins, but hey, let's go with the weapon. So,
So when
it's
she's
one.
in the shower, oh sorry,
No, go please, by all means.
there's gonna be a knock on the bathroom door.
That causes Rose to about jump out of her fucking skin because after the tappy tappy tap stuff and then a knock on the fucking door, she's like, God damn it! And she says, hello?
And Rocky kind of cracks the door open, and you can hear her kind of yawning. Did I hear you just like yelling for me a couple minutes ago, or yelling my name? I was in taking a nap. Sorry. Did you need something?
Uh, yeah, actually get in here. And Rose immediately turns the shower off and she gets out of the shower. She doesn't bother to towel off or anything. And she just wraps her arms around Rocky and gives her the biggest hug of her fucking life. I don't think Rose has ever hugged Rocky like this.
And Rocky, being half asleep, is like, "Huh? Okay." And she'll put her arms around her. Um, did you find out about a new dress line coming out, or Louboutin have a new line of heels, or
No.
you win the lottery?
She just shakes her head. No, 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 no. Something weird happened and you were in it and I'm just really glad to see you.
Yeah, I'm fine. You didn't have to get out of your shower. You could have rinsed the suds off.
Rose suddenly remembers that she's naked and full of soap. Right. Sorry. She releases Rocky and goes back to the shower.
Okay. Uh, she kind of pats down the little bit of bubbles that are still on her. So what was so bothering? And she's gonna hop and sit up on the counter because she's tiny.
Rose will turn the water back on and she will give Rocky the rundown of what happened. I don't know if it was a dream or what, but you were in my mirror and it was you from before you became how you are now. You were screaming for my help, and you had a baby with you.
She slowly turns her head from the door towards the shower.
I imagine the look that's on her overlay's face being right now. Like,
Like, yeah, pretty much. Like, what the hell did you just say?
Yeah. Yeah. You had a baby with you, and you said everybody around you was vanishing, including Ash. And you and Ash made a deal with somebody named Emmett to have a baby.
Choke, cough, cough, choke.
Are you okay?
So, you if you'd be up to going on a little trip to the market with me?
Yeah.
He's who we're gonna go talk to find out what the king's deal was.
The shower curtain fucking flies back, and Rose looks at Rocky and said, "What?"
Ash made a deal to have a baby with Ashura, and but he doesn't remember what the deal was, and so he wanted me and hopefully somebody less overtly um, aggressive physically, guns and all that, not without guns, um, to go and have a talk and find out what the terms of the deal were because he knows the deal was struck, but he doesn't know what he agreed to in return.
Wait, you think that I'm less physically aggressive? Have you met me?
You don't carry around a 7-barrel shotgun.
No, just a 4.
Yours is a pistol, not a shotgun.
Oh, whatever. I'm still. She glares. Starts to give Rocky her evil eye.
That doesn't work on me, right?
She huffs. Whatever. Anyway, look. I don't know why you were in my mirror with a baby that you had with Ash, but that was just really weird. And heart-wrenching. Because you vanished. You said that if you didn't, he would vanish too. And also, to find him, I would have to go to where you would put something precious.
That's easy enough.
Which I think would be what is it? Your hollow?
She gives a short nod.
So it might be a good idea if I know where that is. If there's any truth to what I saw. I don't think this was a dream because my mirror is cracked. Like, go look at it.
I'll go look at it. You finish whatever it is you're still doing in there.
I'm washing.
You're very slow at washing. No wonder it takes you 45 minutes to take a shower. And she'll hop down and start heading out.
Rose shakes her head and mutters some curses.
And she'll go investigate the mirror. Mirror cracked?
Yeah, the mirror is cracked. And she can see handprints on. But the thing is, if she touches them, they don't smudge or anything like that. She begins to realize that they are coming from inside the mirror.
She's gonna put her hands up and measure them to her hands.
Okay, so if this makes sense, it's the shape of her handprint if it were just a smidge bigger.
So she said it was me before, and I was just that little bit bigger. That is kind of creepy. How'd she even see me? There must be. She's gonna kind of peek into the mirror to try and look down to see if there's a stool or something behind there because it's up higher than she would put it to look into.
Mm-hmm. Basically, the mirror comes down enough that Rocky, for this Rocky, it's like her eyes are basically kind of it's like her eyes and her nose are cutely looking over. Where Rocky a little bit bigger. she would have been within the mirror. That's
Before
why she
she
lifted
lost
the
a
baby.
couple inches.
Yeah, that's why she lifted the baby up when she showed it to Rose.
Oh boy, this does not bode well. Not bode well at all. And she's gonna go and get changed for their trip to the market then.
Okie dokie.
Rose comes out of the shower, soap-free this time, towels off, and goes to get dressed. When she walks by the mirror, she pauses to look at it again. Kind of shakes her head, still kind of a little bit in denial that it actually happened. And yeah, then goes to get dressed.
Okie dokie. So, you get dressed. Yay! Take XP. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, for some people, they deserve XP for getting dressed.
Sometimes in real life, yeah.
Yeah.
You are dressed. Yay!
And
I take it you
then
girls.
we're gonna head to the market.
Go on. Okay. The market that he told you, or that they told you that he can go to. Can you remind me something really quick? Was it the Bayside or the Dirt Mall? I can't remember. Was it the fancier market or the Dirt Mall?
It was the lower one.
Okay. So that one is in an area of Miami. You actually have to drive for a hot minute to get there. It's in an area of Miami that is considered much more cultural, organic, if you will. It's got a lot of the market. Basically, there's one entrance, quote unquote, that nobody really uses anymore. It's part of the real world flea market that closed down because there was a sinkhole, quote unquote, forming under it. In the game, there is no sinkhole. That's just the Goblin Market is on that side, in the hedge. The way to get to it is by going through the old gate, basically the old entrance on that side. And when you get inside, it's a lot of plywood stalls and people selling vendor style goblin food, and just kind of more common goblin fare. You can find a lot of very culturally diverse things here that are dedicated to other folklores, other cultural folklores here.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. That's good. And there's a really big, thriving hob pet market here. If you know, there's little hob animals and little kind of less sentient fairies, the kind who are perfectly fine belonging to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, with some of them. Every once in a while, you'll also notice that these very, very large, what appear to be hounds, almost kind of like dire wolves, that are all black with kind of green smoke coming out of their mouth and their eyes walk past. They're the guardians and the security. They are sentient, with human-like intellect. And when you come through, one of them will basically turn its head at you and sniff, and just kind of gruff and chuff and kind of go back to guarding. So.
Okay, so he's a walking merchant. So that means he doesn't have a specific stall.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we should ask around. What do you think, Rose? And see if anybody's seen him recently.
That would probably be the best idea, yeah.
Emmett Relevant. And Rose will start asking people here and there if they've seen Emmett Relevant today.
Okie dokie. You guys can make a, let me look at the sheet. Let me look at the cheat. Basically, it's an investigation roll. La-dee-da. I'm trying to think of the relevant.
Wits investigation?
Yeah, wits. Yes. I was looking at your sheets.
Well,
There is a
since
plot, by the way. Sorry, really quickly. There's a plot I started in the old game, but it fell through with the character. I'm going to try to redo it here, if you guys don't mind.
sure.
But it's a side plot. It's not connected to this one.
Okay.
Which
But
dice
go on.
roller are we using?
You can pick.
Hmm.
Let me get to that fucking game. I'm on.
We'll just go in one then, I guess.
Roll one, sure.
Sure.
Ugh.
Woohoo, I got 2 successes.
I fail.
Okay.
Do you not have investigation? Oh my god.
In asking around and in kind of speaking to people, Rose finds out that normally you can find by listening for the sound of ticking that you'll hear multi-level ticking when he's around. And he's wearing basically kind of a hodgepodge of different era of clothing. And his eyes are black. Like full, like the sclera and everything is black.
Okay.
I wander around listening for ticking. I guess that means it's composure? Perception?
Yes.
Wits composure, that's one of my biggest dice pools.
A good one for me.
No, you dork. Sorry, I'm looking at something.
1 success. No, two successes, and I get a 10. Woohoo!
Actually, oh yeah, you did too. Sweet, we both got 10s.
Oh, I got 1, and it's a 10. You got 2, and I got a 10. Okay. And it's a 10. Okay.
I just got the 2.
And another 10. What the fuck? Oh my god. Okay, and it's a 2. So I got 3 successes.
I got 2.
Okay. So you as you're wandering around, and you hear like a tick 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 tick, and it's one of those things where the tick 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 is moving around. As Rose is kind of following the tick, someone kind of motions towards her, like one of the sellers gets her attention.
Okay, she will go and see who wants her attention.
She notices that it's a shopkeeper, and the shopkeeper has like white, milky eyes, but it still seems as though they can see you. And you notice that in his shop, like in his stall, there's just this mismatch of stuff. It's literally, it just looks like just random stuff behind him. Sheet music, lockets, bracelets, like a teddy bear, clock, like all this different kind of stuff. And he'll smile at her. And he'll say, lovely day in the market,
Rose looks around. Quite.
Have you found anything you liked? He'll kind of lean on the counter, propping his
What does this guy look like?
um brown hair, kind of like brownish, like coppery hair that kind of like shifts in like the brown shades. He looks like a fox, basically, kind of. Not untrusting looking, just he has like a scampish edge to him, but not in a bad way. It's almost like charming.
All right. Then she'll give kind of a sly grin. Yeah, you.
What if I told you I had something that meant something to someone important to you?
I'm listening.
He'll smile. And he'll kind of snatch something out of the air. And he'll put it on the counter. It appears to be about the size of a box about the size of like a pack of playing cards. A wooden box with like a little like latch. And he'll set it down. And he'll say, "The one who paints you. This is important to him." He'll tap the lid.
Rose's demeanor very much shifts. And what do you want for this?
Make me an offer. I'm open to negotiation. I don't like memories, I'll tell you that much.
How about cash?
What use do I have for mortal money? No, he gives her a flirty grin. But it's not, it's just silly.
She smiles. Fair point. Let me look at her sheet. What use do you have for weapons?
This can be a dangerous market at times.
Well, what if I told you I could have any weapon you desire made for you?
Could you now?
I can.
I expect you want this on credit. I give it to you now, you bring it back to me.
Yes. But I do have this, if you would not want to wait for one to be made, and she pulls out her 4-barrel pistol. This was custom made by the same person that I would have make a weapon for you if you would rather have something different.
The craftsmanship is impeccable.
She's very good at what she does.
He'll smile. He'll push the thing forward.
And she'll take it, and she'll offer the pistol.
He'll take it. And then he'll put both of his hands on his chin, leaning on the counter, and smile at her. The transaction being
Thank you.
You're welcome. My name's Taryn, if you ever need anything again.
I'll remember that. she'll pick up the box and go back over and go and attempt to find Rocky.
Rocky kind of sticks out because, well, she doesn't look like people around here, even if she is really small.
She's the
Probably the
small.
only thing she has in common with some of these people.
Yup.
But
There
that
are
white and pink hair sticks out.
Yeah, right. There are some people who do kind of question if she's a hop. Like it's kind of like, yes, I saw you. Look kind of like a hop.
I'm a pretty hob.
One of the guards tries to like kind of like pick her up and put her back in the booth, like by her scruff. Like, no, doll, go back. What are you doing?
No, I'm a customer.
I'll put her
The
back.
one over at the guard, the one at the door saw me come in. He sniffed me and everything. We're cool.
I'll put her down. Like the doll talks.
Right, people are gonna see me as a doll. Oh boy. Maybe I should. There you are, Rose. Do you think I should go and learn the robot, that old dance? You know, and she kind of does that stiff arm movement for it.
Rose raises an eyebrow. No, you should definitely not. If you'd like to learn how to dance, I can teach you. Not that dreadful thing that they call a dance. And she looks relatively mortified that they would call this monstrosity a dance.
So you can teach me like the Macarena?
Jesus, it only got better.
Rose just shakes her head. No, child. She goes over and pats Rocky on the top of the head.
Yay.
Now you're the one getting the look. Like, really?
She shrugs. That's what you get for insulting dancing.
I thought it was a perfectly acceptable dance. I thought I heard the ticking going. It was over here, but I didn't quite catch which way it was going. Do you hear it or see the guy?
No, I got distracted. And Rocky can see her holding a box. I'm gonna need you to make me a new gun, if that's possible.
Yeah.
I traded the one you gave me for this box. He said it was important to my friend Lexa.
Okay, sure.
Thanks.
When I say that, by the way, I don't mean as though it is moving of its own.
Like there's stuff in it, yeah.
There's stuff in it, and if you move it, it taps the edge of the box. It is not empty.
Do we need to do perception again to catch the sound?
Yes.
Wait, if you put an exclamation mark at the after the 8, it'll.
You
I was talking to Lindsay since she's next to me.
Oh, okay.
I was saying if you put an exclamation mark after the 8, it'll automatically re-roll 10s for you.
Yes.
So we each got 4 successes.
Okay, you very clearly hear the ticking now. The man is somewhere nearby.
We will follow
And-
the sound of the ticking.
You indeed see him basically just walking, essentially, with his hands in his pocket. He's wearing basically a formal tails coat with a pair of patchwork pants from like the 60s and a pair of jack boots. And like over the pants, and a Under Armour style like shirt that's like tight fitting and things like that. He's wearing a and he's not wearing a top hat today. That's the only thing that they screwed up. He's wearing like a like one of those caps that like Jamie Heineman wears. I can't remember what they're called right now. Not a beret, but like the paperboy cap, like the newsboy cap.
Okay, I know which one you're talking about.
And he's got like a military rucksack on his back. An old Alice style, not the Molly system. And he's basically just walking along singing a song. Like it's the song is like that he's singing is there once was a last born in Citadel who placed her heart in a box. The key you can't see, it comes with a fee. I always forget this song. He'll just say, kind of shaking his head.
All right, Rose, you want me to back you up, or you want to back me up on this?
She smiles at Rocky and says, "Well, it's your baby. Why don't you take the lead, and I will back you up."
Oh God, I was afraid you'd say that. Okay. Calm, centered. I can do this. I can talk to people, right? Right. And she's gonna head up and say, "Excuse me, Mr. Relevant, Emmett Relevant, yes?"
He'll turn and he'll smile at her. Again, his eyes are, they're black. They're empty. There's nothing there. And he'll smile down at her. His features push a little too far. And his hair is a patchwork of colors. And he's got gentrified bearings, so you almost believe that this is a true fae for a second, and then you realize it's not. His weird is just through the fucking roof.
Okay.
And he'll smile at her and say, "Your Majesty, how may I help you today?"
She kind of chokes for a second being called Your Majesty, because that hits a little, like, she's a little taken aback by being called royalty, because in her mind she's far from it. Even if Rose's dream thing was right, that wasn't a dream thing.
I
Rocky,
love what you've done with your hair.
Oh, thank you. I just had it done last month. I'm Rocky. This is my friend Rose. I've come to speak
He'll
to you.
extend his hand at Rose again, though. Yeah, he'll say, "We've met," and he'll extend his hand to Rose.
Rose takes his hand. Out of character, have they met before?
Nope.
Okay. She
Yes.
will give him a curious look. We have?
Yes, we have. Tell me, how's Claudio doing?
Fine, last I knew. He just got a promotion.
Ah. Yes. To consort, I believe, correct?
That's correct, yes.
Smile.
She's looking at him like she doesn't know what to do right now. Like, who the fuck is this guy?
He'll smile and look back at them. Well, what can I do for you today, ladies?
We're here to talk to you about a contract.
To make or to... He'll tilt his head.
It's to speak about the terms of a contract already in place.
Are you unsatisfied?
Curious more than unsatisfied.
Okay.
The terms of the contract were forgotten by the individual who made the contract. They know that the contract was made, but they've lost the memory of what the agreement was, and they asked if we could come and speak with you to get the terms clarified so that he knows what to expect.
So, you very suddenly realize that your character's sitting down. as is Rose, and a waitress asks you, what can I be getting for you today, ma'am? His entire position, demeanor, and nothing changes, but he's sitting down as well.
Um, I'm just with her. She asked me to come with her.
Yeah, it's like the entire setting for their conversation just changed. Very suddenly.
Okay.
And they are in a tavern. It's still in the hedge. They're still in the same market, just they're in a tavern.
Uh-huh. So she's like, so if they're in a tavern, she'll say, have any wine?
Yes, miss. Would you like a stab apple pie as well? It goes well with the red wine.
Sure.
And she'll smile at Rocky. And you, miss?
A thing of God beer.
She'll nod. Your usual, Mr. Relevant? And he'll nod at her. Thank you, Isabel. And she'll walk off.
Rose looks at Rocky and looks at her like, what the fuck?
So, you guys, is Enigma's on the sheet? I'm sorry, I don't have your sheets directly in front of me, so.
Mm-hmm. What's your question?
Enigma's is on the sheet, right? Like you guys can roll Enigma. Okay. I need
so.
you guys to roll me what's Enigmas.
Hold on, I'm checking. I do not have enigmas on the sheet.
Yeah, Enigma's isn't on the sheet.
No, it is not. I'm sorry.
What would be the equivalent to that? Let me think. What's... Shit. I'm trying to think. To logic out something.
Maybe just straight wits?
That seems really small, though.
Yeah.
Wits composure?
Wits composure is a good one. Let's do that one.
Okay. Cool.
And add a die because of what just happened.
Oh, all right.
I have 2 successes.
Okay.
I have no successes.
Rocky.
Uh-huh.
Emmett Relevart. Time traveler. It's time traveler backwards. He's a time traveler.
Oh my god. When are we?
He'll just tilt his head. Same. Just where? Changed. He'll shrug.
I don't know if Rose told Rocky the name of the baby.
No, because she didn't know it. Yeah, she never said it.
Yeah, I didn't say that part in the scene. Fuck.
That is such an interesting name.
He'll smile.
Time traveler backwards. That is...
Rose hears that and her head whips around. What did you say?
Emmett Relevart. E-M-I-T is time. Relevart is traveler. But it's backwards. That is so crazy. I don't know why that just popped into my head with what just happened, but...
All of the color drains from Rose's face as if she just saw a fucking ghost.
That is how time works. Forwards, backwards, sideways, in and of itself, all around. And he'll smile.
So we're here to talk about a contract you have with... Oh god, I can't remember Ash's last name.
The King? Caverly?
Yes, I was saying I can't remember his name out of character.
Okay.
It's Caverly?
Ah, yes. The one for a baby. Yes.
Yeah, that one. For whatever reason, he can't remember the details of the agreement that he made. He just knows that the agreement was struck, and he wanted to know what the agreement was so that he could be prepared, so he's not surprised when he has to make the payment.
I
payment
remember
comes due.
what it was. I remember what it was. You see, I made a mistake, a dreadful mistake, actually. I made a very, very dreadful mistake. Here's the damnedest thing. I bestowed the agreement to the contract on the wrong one. Oops.
On the wrong one.
Yes. A different time stream, as it were. But it's no bother. It's no bother. I fixed it. It's unweaving itself as we speak.
So what exactly is the contract? What did he agree to?
He asked for the ability to have a child with his wife. And his wife was not okay with that. So I took the one he loves and made her his wife, and they had the baby.
The one he loves.
That
Rose
would be
blinks
Your Majesty.
and looks at Rocky and says, Rocky, I need to speak with you for a moment.
He leans in like, ooh, I want to hear.
We'll be back in just a moment.
Oh, he pouts.
I know her. She doesn't like to have these private conversations up close to people. We won't be long, I promise. I know her. She tends to get it all out, and then she's good.
So Rose pulls Rocky aside and says, in the vision, you were wearing a wedding ring, and you said the baby's name was Time Traveler.
I'm going to give you a wits composure roll. Because that's a way to interpret that. That's really funny.
Okay.
It's for Rose.
Oh, for,
Please, Lord, please pass.
I got 3.
Okay. It occurs to you that that was one way to interpret that, but what she was saying is that she worked out that Emmett meant time traveler. Like she realized that the person she made the deal with was a time traveler, not that the baby's name was time traveler.
And then she looks like that she has an epiphany, and she's like, wait, no, you were talking about Emmett, and then you said you worked out his name, and it was Time Traveler. I thought you meant the baby, but it wasn't the baby. It was the name of the hob. But still, you were wearing a wedding ring.
who am I gonna marry? Seriously.
Ash.
He's married. Faithfully. Has been for years and
Things
years.
change. And he said that he just said that he put it in an alternate time stream. And in an alternate timeline, he could be married to you.
Yes, but he said he fixed that. That's why I want to know the rules of.
Well, let's go find out.
Okay, so they come back to the table. So, sorry about that. Just
A smile. He's got a mouthful of shepherd's pie.
so the terms that were agreed upon for this contract. What were they?
Oh, he gave up his past before Arcadia.
And that's it.
Mm-hmm. That also means that he gave up his memory of Seeker being his daughter out of game.
Oh. Oh,
So
God.
he really gave one of his children for that.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. Okay, Thank you. I greatly appreciate your time, sir. Been very.
As don't worry. Everything from that mistake is going to be erased. The child, yourself, the king, all of it. He'll just wave his hand.
Wait,
Done.
it's going to be erased, but does that mean that they're going to be gone
Mm-hmm. Hold on.
from this time?
I hope not. He'll tilt his head like
Because
that could be.
no, you don't understand. Earlier today, I saw a vision in my mirror of Rocky, but she wasn't who she is now. She's vanishing, including her.
Well, if she's not currently vanishing, then no, I guess you're fine. He'll smile.
But it is. So has it been fixed already, or is it still in the process?
Still in the process.
Then how do I know
There's-
that she's not going to vanish?
I don't know. I can see it. He'll kind of look, and it's like his eyes, those black abysses, kind of. You almost see them shift, and you see the shadow of eyes kind of in his eyes for a moment, and he's like, "It's your baby, Your Majesty," and the paradox can't find it. He'll tap his lip. I'm sure to find it soon enough.
Oh, fuck. Listen to me and listen good. If anything happens to her, I will come back here and I will find you and I will kill you. And that is a promise.
Nothing will happen to her. She'll be fine. She'll be perfectly fine. Her baby, okay, that's a different story, but whatever. It doesn't really exist to you anyway. What does it matter? He'll wave his hand. Like, just pretend it never happened.
She's just looking at him completely sus, glaring. She's very serious about her threat.
Come on.
I promise you nothing will happen to her. You know what? I vow upon my true name. Nothing will happen to this woman sitting before me. Involving this. Like, obviously, something's going to happen to her at some point.
She softens her gaze, but she still looks very, very sus. And feeling Rocky's tugging, she turns around to walk away.
So you said I was putting something somewhere safe?
Yeah.
Well,
She said, tell me to find him where I would hide something most precious.
then we need to go somewhere, and fast.
Yeah. I think we do.
And Rocky and Rose will leave and they will head to the area where she can get into her hollow.
Okay.
And she will head into her hollow.
So, when you get into your hollow, nothing has changed per se, yet something feels off. Feeling in the air of only Rose can feel that part. Oh, I'm sorry, not Rose. Only Rocky can feel that part, though. Like Rose, it's just a fucking hollow.
Okay.
Okay, so I can feel that there's a difference. And she's going to go through looking at the books because she has an archive. She's going to look in her workshop. She's going to check in like the little safe that she has. She's not sure if it's going to stay in the same form.
Um, wherever Rose or Rocky would have thought to put something small and like vulnerable, like a baby. Hollow.
She probably would have put it in a drawer of her chest with blankets and stuff
Okay.
for her tools.
When you go to the drawer, hear, so you don't hear anything, but you feel it's almost like a distant anxiety, as though you're missing something very important.
Oh. She's gonna open the drawers of the tool chest, looking through each one, like putting her hands in there.
On one of the bigger bottom drawers, she notices that her tools are missing from that drawer. And it's very akin to the fact it's like she knows there's something here. She knows it. She can feel it, but she cannot like process it. She can't see it. It's not tangible.
She's gonna close her eyes and just kind of reach in there like she was gonna pick up a baby, because she's she's thinking, if I was to set a baby down, I'd lay it down like this. So she's just gonna reach in there and kind of pick it up and pull it to her chest.
Okay. I was going to roll something for you. Do me a favor. What is Rocky's weird?
Currently 2.
Okay.
So she's getting more and more in touch with that weird stuff.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. 1 second, please. Okay. There's gonna be some dice added for something. Whoosh. Yes, thank God there were successes on that. She feels something. Her fingers, it's like she can feel her fingers like she is holding something, and Rose can see that there's something, the same hazy that it was in the mirror is in her arms.
Rose cocks her head.
Okay, I'm here now. I've got you. Okay.
Give me, if you guys can, a wits composure roll.
I have 2 successes.
Okay.
And I got 1.
Okay. There's a couple of choices that you can take at this point. Rocky has accepted and put through, like, the connection is there, but they have to break through essentially like the Shroud of Time, as it were, which means that they need someone who has probably the contract of hours.
Do we know anybody who has that offhand?
Let's try to think. What's a cult? Is that a good? That sounds good, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, take an extra die.
Sweet.
Rocky does not know.
Okay.
Rose does. 4 successes.
Okay. Then I'll give you 4 people that have it.
Okay.
There is a courtless draconic named Tolia Petrova who has it. It's what's his face's dad. His father has it. Alexi's father.
Oh, okay. Yes.
William Star Eyes has it. I'm thinking over my NPCs. Hold on. The Autumn Queen has it. Good fucking luck trying to get through to her.
Right.
And I'm sorry, I'm trying to think over my NPCs. Dominic has the contract of hours. So those are the NPCs with it that you can like pop off the top of your head.
And then Rose will list those off.
Our eyes as well, by the way, can be tricky to get a hold of. Like if you like because there's been an established connection there, you might be able to, but those two are Dominic and Petrova are probably the easiest to get a hold of. The Queen is the one who's probably most powerful with it. And Star Eyes is very powerful in it, and the Ashen Notary. But it might also be harder to get him too, as he's basically like the second in command for the court.
Oh, maybe Petrova? You think we can get a hold of him pretty easy?
Yeah, probably. I guess I can give Alexei a call and see if he knows where to find his dad.
Yeah, let's go. We gotta be out of the hedge for your phone to work.
And they'll go out, and she'll call up Alexei.
When you leave the hedge, Rocky,
Yes.
the baby, although you have a hold of it, you're going to be down a die for the rest of the scene.
Okay.
Because you basically have to focus on it to keep that connection.
Yeah, she's standing there. I don't know that people in the real world could see it, but she's holding the baby and just kind of like bouncing it, trying to comfort it and let it know that she's there. Anyways,
okay. So Alexei will answer the phone, and if you talk to him for a moment, he'll tell you that he's more than happy to let your father know that that you need him and that you're coming. He's basically, after some back and forth, he'll say that he's happy to see you. That's fine.
Awesome. Thank you. Sorry to talk to you again like this. We'll have to get together soon.
He'll say something charming in Russian.
Of course. And Rose will laugh and hang up the phone.
He'll say, wait. Did she hang up on him when you wait?
No. When she hears the wait, she'll stay on. Yes?
I would recommend, when you see my father, turning the intensity down about 10 degrees. He's the sort of man that is humble in his power, but when it is contested, can become very he has an English fail, antagonistic.
Okay.
You are so intense. It's beautiful, but hold his hand up on the other side of the phone like, oh my god.
She's just like dumbfounded, honestly.
You will understand. You'll understand. He's like, now it makes no sense, but when you get there, you'll understand.
Okay. Thanks. She'll hang up the phone.
Out of game.
She'll look at Rocky and she'll say, "Am I intense?"
Yeah, definitely.
Rose actually just kind of smiles to herself and is like, "Okay then." And they will go to see Mr. Petrova.
So, when you arrive at his estate, it is oceanfront to the most extreme end of South Beach. And it's one of those gated estates. Like, do you remember how Alexei's house was?
Yes, I do.
That house could be a guest house for this house.
What? Oh my god.
Yeah, it's essentially
Sorry.
a small estate, essentially.
Okay.
And
Rose gulps when she sees this place and goes, wow.
yeah, it's like oh. He basically I'm looking for this man's overlay. I'm sorry. I need to get my overlay straight. I'm a
No
horrible
worries.
storyteller. Essentially, when you arrive, you'll be greeted at the door by a servant, essentially. A young Russian woman, and she'll invite you in and say that the the master, as it were, quote unquote, is busy at the moment, but she'll offer refreshments and essentially whatever they need to be comfortable. I need to see if this is the right overlay I needed. Please don't be the teeny one. It is not. So she'll offer them refreshments, whatever they need, and they will take. She will take them up to a very beautiful office that has 2 stories to it, with the second story being like books. There's a couple of musical instruments in here. They notice that there is a very large golden eagle sitting on a perch, sleeping with his head under its wing. Rose actually remembers that's Toya's husband, but he is like conked the fuck out, sleeping.
Uh-huh.
And after about 10 minutes or so, the door will open, and a man who stands at about 7'4" and is very broad and covered from about his collarbone down in tattoos, wearing leather pants and a black tank top, barefoot, with hair that literally falls down to his ankles, in a curtain of just black, tied back in a ponytail, with flames licking off of him, comes in and sits down at the desk and smiles at them.
Pleasure to see you again, Petrova.
All mine, Miss Black. How may I help you today?
I have a predicament.
Oh my.
This child, she motions to Rocky's baby that she's holding, seems to be stuck in time
Ooh.
or something.
Yeah, he kind of. I see that. Oh no.
We wanted to know if you could help us get it.
Hmm. I could.
What do I owe you for it?
He'll look like, what you do? You owe me something? Like what? He'll just shake his head like, huh?
You said you could. You didn't say that you would.
Oh,
Which means they usually want something.
I'm sorry. I will help you. He'll just, oops, sorry. It would help me if you tell me something very, very sad. I need to cry. And that's a bit hard for me. He'll tilt his head. And he'll hold his hands out like, please give me one, baby.
And she will get up, and she's probably still not as tall as he is, sitting down and very reluctantly offer the child over.
It kind of takes him a second for her it's materialized just fine. It takes him a second to get a hold of it, and he'll look at it and he's like, oh, how beautiful. And he'll smile and kind of touch its nose.
Something sad.
Something sad. Rose will attempt. She'll kind of motion to Rocky. She'll attempt, but she's not sure if it'll be sad enough. She'll tell him about the vision that she had earlier today, and go into great detail and emotion when telling it.
Will you mind rolling me a present socialize?
Oh, for sure.
The striking looks count.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, he is very weird. He can appreciate her beauty.
Okay. So. Bum, bum, bum. Let me get back in the correct dice roller.
He'll hold the baby close, like, and settle down to like listen.
Oh fuck! God damn it! I failed on 7 dice.
I can't believe you did that.
Me neither. That's bullshit. Fuck Discord.
It's not that you didn't deliver that with so much fucking empathy. Like, it's not that. It's that he's a fucking psycho beneath it all.
For sure. And she's
And it
like,
just didn't move him. It's like, it just didn't do it.
She shrugs. She even has a few tears in her eyes.
His lip will pout out, and he looks sad. It just didn't make him cry.
Yeah. And Rose will look to Rocky. Your turn.
That child you hold in your hands. It's the first time I've ever thought about being a mother. That's my child. That child is all that remains of an alternate timeline. One where I was married, I had a child. One that was destroyed. You're dead. Your sons are dead. Your husband's dead. The world is dead because of one little mistake. One misprint on a contract. Everything was destroyed because of it.
He looks, as she goes on, she realizes the words she's speaking are horrifying him and hitting him on a personal level. I'm not going to make you roll for it because you fortunately actually stumbled into what cursed him and will make him cry. Congratulations. Basically, an amber tear wells in his eyes as just this look of personal horror crosses his face, and it rolls down his cheek and hits the baby on the forehead. A phoenix tear. And he just sniffs and kind of hugs the baby a little bit closer, but she realizes it's materializing in his arms. And there's just this kind of snap, like a snap in reality, essentially, and she realizes that the baby is here now. Like, it's in this time continuum and safe.
She gets that overjoyed, like, oh my god, everything's okay. I want my child look on her face, and she'll let him hold the child because obviously she moved him to tears, which is a good thing, but a bad thing. It's conflict. And after a moment, she'll kind of put her hands out for her child.
He'll hold it out and he'll smile softly at her. And the baby will basically kind of like wake up and look at her, and it fully recognizes her. Like, even though her face has changed from what it knows to be its mother,
It still knows it.
Yes, and it just lights up and kind of giggles. It looks to be about 5 months old, like in that range. It can sit up and like eat solid food and stuff like that. And it like giggles and like kind of touches her face and like just like hugs her.
She is gonna cuddle that baby and let it touch her face and kind of reach out and like touch his face as at the same time.
The one thing that changed between Mirror Baby Rose notices and this baby is although it still has its kind of like red hair, it has like a little streak of the same pink that she has in her hair.
That actually makes Rose smile. And she looks to Rocky and she says, "Do you mind if I hold him?"
I guess so. She'll offer Rose the baby. Have you ever held a baby before?
Of course I have. She'll take the baby. And it's obvious that she really hasn't, but she's trying. And she takes the baby and she smiles at him. Well, our lives have certainly changed, haven't they?
Yeah. Oh God, I wonder if this changed anything with his contract. Does this mean his um? Thank you, Mr. Petrova. If you ever need anything, please let me know. I'll be happy to help in any way I can. Um, I need to go talk to somebody.
Of course. If you like, I couldn't be his godfather. He'll smile at her.
I will definitely keep you in the considerations. Right now, you're at the top of the list.
What is his name?
She looks down at him. We're gonna find out. I think his dad should have a say in that.
He'll smile.
If you'll excuse us, sir.
I'll smile. Be well.
And you.
And he'll nod at the both of them.
Rocky will get up and quickly start heading out and then kind of stop at the door and look at Rose. We should have stopped for a car seat.
Didn't think about that. She thanks him for his help and they leave.
I take it you wanna see Ash?
Uh-huh. That is what Rocky wants.
Oh hey, by the way.
And Rose isn't leaving Rocky's side, so yeah.
Got you, and this is crazy. Give me a minute and I'll finish.
But we did some time fuckery. Here's your baby.
Here's your baby. Oh well. So you get back to court. Boo Boo is fuck, you know what? He's eating a peanut butter sandwich in the garden. Reading the newspaper.
Okay, so this is gonna be awkward. Rocky's gonna come in kind of holding the baby to herself because, well, she just got the baby and, well, she kind of doesn't really want to let it go right now.
Mhm.
But she's comes in and says, "Hey, Ash."
You do notice that there is a pile of papers next to him, like sitting on like a manila envelope, and he'll look up at her and give her like a sad smile.
What's wrong?
Oh, no, he'll shrug softly and pat the papers.
She's asking for that thing, huh?
Yeah.
Rocky looks to Rose for a moment like, is this a good time to tell him?
Rose just kind of shrugs and kind of gives a hand wave like it doesn't matter.
Well, so I spoke to Emmett about the contract, and
Mhm.
and I learned the what you gave up for it.
Do I
You get
really want to know what it was, honestly?
uh, and he apologizes for citing the contract to the wrong timeline at first.
His brow goes up like, so what?
Yeah. Um. So, yeah. Uh, so you gave up your past before Arcadia?
A blink?
Your memories of it, at least, as far as I know. He said his memory of his past, right? Or was it his past?
He said memories.
Your memories of your past. Um, so you don't remember the time before Arcadia. You don't remember Seeker. You don't remember
Who?
Seeker.
You know what? If it's back there, it's probably not. No, just it's okay. He'll just shake his head like, don't worry about it. Let's move forward.
Okay. So Rocky or I from this other timeline came to Rose because when he readjusted the timeline without the contract in it, it kind of just shredded and shriveled into nothingness,
This is a
little
high
by
school
little.
grade. Like, oh, that seems dramatic.
Um, it is. Um, is there space on the bench to sit on the other side of him away from the papers? So she's gonna go in and sit down next to him. Um, you're a father. You have a beautiful baby boy, and he even has my hair. And she's gonna hold the child out so like he can see the face of the child.
It squeals in absolute delight and like grabbies for daddy. Like, oh my god, daddy, daddy, daddy. Haven't seen you in days, daddy. And his like whole face like just shock. It does look for a moment like he might pass out. Like all the color goes from his face. And he just blinks and holds his hands out and takes the baby and pulls it in like it's a baby. I
Yeah. I hid it where it would be safe.
okay, thank you.
And then we talked to Emmett and we figured things out and we went and we found where I'd hidden him, um, which is right where I would have hidden him, and we had to go talk to somebody with hours. Um, so we talked to Tolia
Petrova.
Petrova, yeah, and had to make him cry, and I thankfully did, and that fiery little tear fell and brought our son into this world.
He actively looks like he's trying not to throw up, not because of anything sickening, but the fact that this is literally so convoluted that it's making him, it's inducing vertigo. And he blinks again, just absorbing all of what she's saying.
And Rose will say, apparently, in this alternate timeline, you and Rocky were married to each other.
A blink, like, oh, okay then. He'll just nod slowly.
When I saw her in my mirror, she had a wedding ring on.
Okay, okay. So this is our child.
Yeah.
And we are its parents.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like something's been switched up. Just really backwards. Usually it's the dating, the awkwardness, the making life choices, and then the baby. But it seems as though we've started with the baby, and now we need to make the awkward life choices, and then possibly date or see a child support attorney. He'll nod.
I wouldn't. Oh, God. I know he's what you've wanted. And I couldn't, in good conscience, ever keep him from you. We can see where things go, I guess. We'll worry about, getting things with you and Ashura taken care of first.
Oh, that's very much over. She's left.
Oh.
She,
I...
there's someone else. There has been. He looks down. She's
sorry.
Back to Louisiana.
You never said anything about there being problems. That I thought the little bit that we talked about, we had worked. I'd helped you work through them, and things were going to be better.
I didn't know there was a problem. I was so focused on what I wanted that I guess I didn't pay attention to what she wanted. I thought she wanted. I thought she wanted what I wanted, and something. Although I can't put my finger on what changed things. I don't know what it is. And when she was visiting her parents, her and an old flame rekindled. And yeah. For the audience, because this will never come up, when she found out that he had a child from a previous relationship, she grew jealous. But he can't remember Seeker now. So he can't remember that that's the specific of what started the downward spiral. He just knows that things spiraled out of control, though he can't put his finger on what. Back to the narrative. So he'll just look at Rocky. I just, I feel so out of control right now. And, like, there's nothing I could have done. I don't know what I did wrong. I really did think she and I were on the same page, and am I so self-centered and self-absorbed that I didn't see what my own wife wanted?
Well, if it's something from your past that may have spurned it, that you wouldn't have known to think about it or done anything about it. But you can't control your past. Where you were, what you did once upon a time. Before all of this. So we don't know unless she comes forward and says something. We don't know what was the real problem, what caused it. You know?
What's his name?
I haven't decided yet.
He'll kind of like put his nose against his and nuzzle it. And he's doing that natural thing where like you kind of make faces at a baby, like playfully.
Mm-hmm.
He'll smile.
The name that popped into my head was Devin, but I don't know if you'd be okay with that, or we could come up with a better one, or...
Devin is one of my best friends, the Constable of Confection. We're in a motley together. I don't know if you remember that or not.
Vaguely. Remember you kind of talking about it. You know how sometimes you're like listening to somebody, but when you're thinking about the memory of listening to them, your brain was focused on other things?
Yeah.
So, how do we want to take care of this? Do you want me to come here and visit him? Do you want me to keep him and you come visit him with roses? Do you want me to get my own place and...
But he'll chew his lip.
Because I don't know that me moving in here right now when Ashura just left with a baby would be a good idea, especially since it'll be very obvious that you're doting on him.
It probably wouldn't look good. I mean, granted, she's also been having an affair on me, so he'll... He's holding a baby, so he can't do the what the fuck hands, but if he could...
Yeah, I getcha.
Yeah,
Fuck, that means I'm gonna have to clean up my language too. Shit.
But that or the baby's gonna have a really colorful mouth. Either or, I don't care.
He's got colorful hair, I mean...
There we go, shit. We're good.
So, I guess...
So I do you, I take it you obviously want to be involved in his life, correct? You wouldn't have brought him through if you didn't.
Something told me that I needed to do this.
Okay.
And I would like to be a part of his life.
Oh God, whoa. How about you and I right now are really goddamn unstable. I don't mean that rudely. Please don't get mad at me.
Oh, I'm not. I know how...
Why don't we...
For lack of a better term, rocky things are right now.
Why don't we... Where the hell is a wise Frau when you need one? We'll just kind of like, I need a wise Frau. He just looks up.
Russ is pretty wise usually.
No, it's he'll shake his head. It's one of the folk, one of the lost. They're a kith of people who specifically are good at children, at watching children, protecting them. If I knew a wise Frau, I would suggest that we see maybe if the baby could base with them for a moment until we figure this out, and we both visit. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. You don't think I can protect him?
I have no question in my mind that you could protect them. But I know that you're still having trouble because of the change. I don't want to put too much on you so fast, especially. I'm sure you'd have support, but
She does have support. She has me.
there is something he is not saying. Like, he'll swallow and nod.
Can I make an empathy roll?
Yes, queen.
The motion count?
Yes, queen.
Okay.
I will message you if you make successes.
Okay.
Okay, I'm typing it. Bear in mind he is the Spring King and the King of Desire. So that's influencing this. So basically all other options for him are like not right, so he can't settle on one.
All right. She'll make a note of that, but she's not going to say anything.
Yeah, he's fighting desire right now.
Right.
So, and as the Spring King, holy shit, that's almost impossible. Like the fact that he is outstanding because
For
he
sure.
does not want to hurt her.
She will just reassure them both that my home is open and I have the resources and the support to provide for your child.
Oh
if
my
you
god.
need help.
Please make me a what's a cult roll.
Okay.
I just remembered something that is relevant, and if I don't tell you, you're gonna be like, why didn't you tell me later?
Probably, yeah.
Take like fucking 3 dice, actually. Like,
Oh, okay. Shit.
I just realized something.
Do I get to roll what's a cult too, or?
No, because
Four
it's
success.
extremely like relevant to exactly and specifically her.
4 successes.
Just to point that out. See why that's extremely relevant to specifically you?
Oh
my god.
Oh. Okay. She'll say, as she's saying that she has the support and the resources, she stops. I know a Weissfrau.
He'll tilt his head.
The Winter King.
His brow goes up.
Elias.
You're right. Elias is a wise fellow. Are you on good terms with him?
Very. She smiles.
She smiled. Oh my.
She did. Um, and there's a certain fondness when she thinks of both Elias and Lexa. She says,
So
"I have,
it's more the left hand smile on your overlay and less the right hand smile.
yeah, yeah, for sure." And she'll say, "Yes, I am on good terms with them. I've become the muse for his husband."
Oh,
Which makes sense. You know, I am a muse after all.
enchanting. He'll smile. He meant that sincerely. He wasn't being a dick.
For sure.
Um, how about this? I am very stressed right now. I literally just got served with these papers this morning. And as much as I would love, absolutely love, to he'll like bounce the baby and like this. I just, I don't think for him it would be the best situation for him to adjust into right now. So why don't you two and you, Rocky, why don't you two figure this out with my support? Like, I'm giving this to you, the control to figure out what to do. And I want to be active. I want to be here. I want to be baby's father. I need to, I don't have the head to make the choices as to the precision right now. And on top of that, again, he'll motion around. He has the court. He's also a king. Yes, the king.
It takes a village. It takes a village to raise a child, right?
Exactly. I trust you, Rocky. I trust you to take care of the best choices for our child. And I have faith that you'll take care of this and do the best for all of us. He'll chew his lip.
Sounds so strange. Our child.
Can I talk to you in private for a second? He'll kind of look at the baby and like motion it over to Rose, like, here, take this.
Yeah, Rose will come pick up the baby, hold him a little awkwardly at first, but eventually she'll settle into it.
He squeals and grabs an earring. This is mine.
Oh no, she's ow, ow, ow. Oh, okay. And she'll take the earring off and just let him play with it.
Don't let him stab himself. Please don't let him stab
I'm
himself.
not gonna let him stab himself. Go talk to you. Whatever he is to you now. Go.
Your baby daddy.
Yeah. Your baby daddy.
He, by the way, you can tell is a lost, and they notice that he seems to have like little things written on his skin, like little like patterns, like words, but they can't quite tell kind of yet what kind of lost he is.
Oh, okay.
So there you go. But so Ash will pull Rocky aside.
What's up?
I'm trying so hard to form what's swirling in my mind into words right now. I want to be blatantly clear about something, but I don't quite know how to word it.
You usually tell me to just use my word vomit just to get it out there, and then
I love you. There.
she was like about to say more, but she's like, her mouth just kind of stays open, like, and her jaw's kind of moving like she's trying to talk, but she's definitely in shock.
I love you. Okay. And I don't want there. I don't. I'm in love with you. You make me happy, and I love laughing with you and sharing my life with you, and you're my best friend. And the person you're with should be your best friend. I am in no way, shape, or form ready to be with someone. I'm in the middle of a divorce. But I just wanted to let you know that when we're working this out and when we are making choices for our future, for our family's future, I do want to be with you. I'd love to be with you because I love you. But I don't want you to feel like you have to. I don't want you to feel like that just because we have a child together that we have to be together. That would break my heart. You've given me now the one thing I wanted more than I could possibly ever explain to you. And I want to share that with you, but that doesn't mean we need to be lovers. But if we were, oh my God. I just wanted you to know that going forward, that it's a factor, whether it needs to be, whether it's something that we should act on and work on and us, or whether you need to distance yourself because you're not interested in that, and we need to work on me reframing my feelings for you. Okay?
Her mouth is still agape, and she's just kind of standing there with her mouth open, just nodding slightly, like.
I know that was a lot to unload, and I can't tell you how much more I want to say. That was the most controlled and not vernal sovereign I could have put that.
Oh, hour, 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 hour,
Oh, mhm.
hour. And then she points back in between the two of them and towards the baby. Our family.
Hmm?
Oh God.
Now I'm thinking you hear the song Danny's Song by Kenny Loggins. It's a hell of a thing to think of out of nowhere.
And her mouth is starting to like go into. It's still kind of a gape, but there's starting to be a smile like growing on it.
He's going to take a little bit of a risk. Mind you, how fucking big he is next to her.
Yeah, he's taller than the guy was.
Yeah, as of right now, he is, in fact, taller than Matroa was, almost knocking out at 8 feet. He'll, in the most purest, gentle way he possibly can, he'll put an arm around her, not her waist, but like her middle, and lean down and kind of put his forehead to hers. He literally has to basically bend over to do that.
She's gonna reach up and kind of put her hands on his cheeks and kind of just stroke them with her thumbs for a moment.
He'll gently pick her up. It's like, oh God, so high now.
Glad I didn't give her fear of heights. That would be bad.
That'd be terrible if you cheat on him. And he'll smile at her.
And part of her wants to glance around, part of her doesn't care, but part of her knows that it's important right now, so she looks around, breaking her eye contact with him, like see who's around and who can see them right now.
Everybody in the kingdom ever. Nobody. It's just them.
Seeing that there's nobody, she's gonna lean in and kiss him.
He'll, like, melt. He, like, touches her cheek and just fades into it, smiling as he kisses her.
When she eventually pulls away, she says, "You're gonna have to find a lawyer, get the documentation for having had a baby."
I can get Dominic working on
Are we gonna put it?
It's just he's like dreamy, like I can't talk.
Are we gonna put it in my name or your name?
So you pick, I guess. We'll think. You wanted Devin, right?
I was contemplating it, but it could very easily be something else.
I like Devin. Devin's a nice name. But we could Devin's name is Devin. We could do Devon.
Or Devyn.
He'll shrug. He doesn't care how it's spelled.
Or we could spell it Appleseed.
That goes over his head. He's like, what?
Okay, you said Donati or
Dominic.
Dominic, right. Dominic.
Do this.
Right, yeah, I'll go talk to him.
I think Rose has to talk to the
Yeah, I have to talk to Rose and talk to Dominic and talk to
everybody.
a lot of people.
Yeah. He'll blink and give her kind of like just a happy smile.
And she's gonna hug him.
I literally have no idea where this path is going to take us, but I'm very happy to be walking on it with you.
Oh. Yeah, this path is it's not what I expected.
Nope. Not where I thought I'd be at 30. Granted, I'm older than 30, but hey.
So you like younger women?
He gets a look on his face like, well, okay, sure. I like you women.
You like me women. That was
I like you women.
very specific.
I like specifically you.
And she's gonna kind of turn away a little, trying to hide any blushing on her super pale skin.
Oh, no. He's like, oh, no, you don't. No. He'll like nibble her cheek. Like, I want every blush.
Okay, I have a baby to take care of. You have stuff to take care of.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna reach down and like check her breast to see if they're like lactating or anything.
Nope.
Okay, which means I have to go shopping.
Do you?
A lot of shopping.
Hold on. He'll like literally without any fucking effort, just move one of his arms behind to his pocket while holding her with one arm it does not shift his weight whatsoever. He's that strong. And he pulls out his wallet, and he'll fish through it. And he'll pull out one of his credit cards and pass it to her. At least let me do this, okay?
Are you sure? I don't mind.
I know you don't mind, but I really need to feel included.
Okay.
So, whatever you want. That's my discretionary fund as just myself. Like, that's my money. So spend it away on the baby. On yourself. Spend it however you want. Just let me know if you go past, he'll think for a month, $50,000.
She gives him a what the fuck kind of look.
Try to keep it under there without telling me. If you go over that, then I have to start calling people and moving some money around and stuff like that.
Over that?
Uh-huh.
I was thinking like $500 to $1,000.
On what specifically? The wardrobe? The crib? He points at his home. It's an Italian villa. He like motions to it, like, look where I live. I'm a king. This is a prince.
Right. Oh God.
Yes.
Um.
I'm really rocking this. I already got you saying, "Oh God, oh God." Yes.
No, the time traveler.
What
I
about-
meant. He kept calling me Your Majesty. Oh my God! Now I understand why. Oh God. Oh goodness.
Are we?
Okay.
Are we? We're not already, are we?
Not that I know of, but he
Don't put
could
your
have.
hand up. No, we're not. We're good. Okay. Are you? Do you not want to? We don't have to. I'm a modern man. We cannot.
We'll see where things go. I don't want to jump to saying yes, we're going to do that today, and we'll do it in like 2 weeks or something, kind of thing. You know.
That face looks so on board with waiting. Like he's totally like not in that headspace right now.
Okay, so we'll see where things go. We know we have a good, strong
In-
friendship.
We do. We have a wonderful foundation.
We know
But
there is.
I do need to tell you, in case we ever do that, I would ask that Donati forever stay my consort. I don't like being married to my consort. It created problems.
Okay.
You're also not of the court, so that also plays into it. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, that's fine.
I feel like I'm going to faint. Do me a favor.
Uh-huh.
Don't let me fall on you. He he sits down with her in his arms and then just lays back. Like, let me lay down before I fall down. Because everything just kind of hit him all at once.
And she's gonna lean down and give him a quick kiss on the cheek. Okay, I'm gonna go start getting this stuff taken care of, because I'm sure he's gonna be hungry, because I've had him a few hours and he hasn't eaten, so...
Yeah. Do we give him a kiss? Bye-bye. He'll get up and come back over to Rose and the baby.
Okay, so... I think we're good now. We're good? We're good.
We're good. We're good. We're great.
We're good.
We're good.
Rocky's
Rose-
got both thumbs up.
Rose smiles a very knowing smile.
So the right side of the overlay.
Yes.
So they will come back over, and he'll hold his hands out for the baby for a moment. He looks more relaxed and more like, it's our baby.
And she will give over the baby. Take her earring back and put it back in her ear.
It's so slobbery.
Yeah, that's all right. She'll kind of wipe it off and then put it back in her ear.
He'll just hug and cuddle it. It's so clear he is already so in love with this baby, and he's all lit up, tickling its stomach, and the baby's just soaking it up.
Rose will take Rocky aside for a moment while he dotes over the baby, and she'll say, "So are we taking care of him ourselves, or are we going to ask Elias?
She looks over towards the baby. I have to get a birth certificate for this timeline, and um, gonna see how this goes, and then um, yeah, I have a baby.
I know this, Rocky, but you have not answered my question.
I'm sorry.
I have a baby. And I may talk to him about recommendations and stuff because I was not fully prepared for this, but I want to be with my son. I don't know if that makes sense or if I'm just being silly.
No, you're not being silly. But I'll tell you this. For a while, if you let them take care of him, he will be well taken care of and you will be able to see him whenever you want. They are incredible people. And they won't keep him forever. It'll be until you're ready. Until you, and she kind of motions her finger back and forth between Rocky and Ash, are ready.
What if I'm ready before he is?
Then we'll take him home.
She's chewing her lip. Okay. And she's got that like anxious to get back to her child look on her face. I know you out of character would probably recognize it.
Oh, for sure. Rose could probably see it too, and she'll say, "Okay, go."
And she's gonna quickly head back over to Ash and the baby.
He's laying on the floor and like, but it's like it's very soft grass,
Mm-hmm.
and he's got the baby on his chest, and the baby like is kind of like looking up, like his head is up, and he's just kind of smiling at him and tilting his head. Whenever he tilts his head, like the baby tilts his head that way, so they're mirroring each other playfully.
All right, Devin. You ready to rock this world? What is it with me and all these rock jokes suddenly today?
He's wonderful. I love him. Oh my god, he'll kind of chew his lip. Rocky, I thank you so much.
Thank Rose. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have known half of what was going on.
He'll smile. Okay. He'll get up. Like he'll set the baby aside on the grass for a second. And he'll carefully pick him up after, and he'll pass him. He'll give him like all the kisses on the cheekies, and he'll pass him over to her. I actually do have to get back to my duties.
I know.
Your Majesty,
Yes?
why don't you take a picture of the two of them?
He'll sit down back on the bench, and he'll kind of pat his lap for Rocky.
She will sit down.
And he'll get the baby. like kind of good, and he'll pull out his cell phone, and he'll take a picture of the three of them.
Rose smiles, a very wide smile.
And then he'll kind of look over at Rose and he'll motion his head like, get in here. Come on.
She looks surprised at that. But she'll go and stick her head in
He'll take another. He'll take another picture. Rocky will notice that he basically like unlocks his phone and he plays around like in the gallery with it for a second, and he makes it the lock screen of his phone. Like the picture.
No.
Oh my god, actually. Oh my god. Hold the fuck up. I'm not even gonna make you roll a wit's composure roll. The home screen of his phone is a picture of him and Rocky.
Oh my god, he's already had that on his phone.
He kind of like notices it when he like does it and tries to like quickly hide his phone. It's them when they were basically like blowing stuff up with guns. Like he just kind of playfully took a picture at one point.
Wow.
And he'll like try to hide his phone like fuck.
She's gonna just give him that kind of really look.
He blushes like 50 Shades of Red. Like, I'm sorry. I did that this morning, actually. It's like, don't think I'm a stalker. Blushes so deep. The baby's laughing at him.
Okay, Devin, time for us to go make things happen.
So, do you guys want to end on talking very quickly to the Winter Kings, and then we'll finish? Okay, I'm gonna use Elias's overlay.
Okay.
Or Alexi's. I'm sorry, I'm gonna use Alexa's overlay because I don't. I actually don't have Elias's right now. I haven't finished his.
Okay.
But Alexia will be in the fucking scene too. So. Also, he's cute to look at.
Well, of course, Rose is coming over. Of course, he's gonna be there. She'll actually message him and let him know that she's on her way over with her friend Rocky, and she's got a very big favor to ask of the two of them.
He'll say anything, and he'll say he'll put on hot cocoa and clothes. So yes, this house is actually not far from where you were when you went to Petrova's. It's in South Beach too, except this one is a high-rise. It's a condo, but it's a Weissfrau, so his house isn't like completely fucking IKEA, don't touch. Like, it's comfortable. It's very cozy. It almost has kind of an eclectic bohemian vibe feel. And when you open up, when you get there and you get to his place, Lexa will open up the door and smile at Rose.
Rose will smile and give him a kiss on the cheek.
He squeezed softly. Like, so softly you can't even hear it, really. And
Rocky will notice that Rose's entire demeanor changes when she sees Lexa, and even when they just get to this place. Like, she is essentially a different person.
His house, by the way, their house is the penthouse to this building. And you can see like the ocean outside, like their window, to the fucking window. Goddamn, the whole thing. Like, and he'll kind of smile at her, and he'll actually put his arm around her when he escorts them in. Just kind of, he tucks a hand in his pocket and puts a casual arm around her waist. And he'll say, "So, you have a favor. What is it?"
Well, it's kind of a long story, but I will try and simplify it for you. I can give you more details later, but so
I had a baby.
Yeah.
He'll blink. Like, I missed so many steps, but I actually kind of like it, because I'm going to do a fill your own adventure in my head.
Right. So The baby was acquired through an alternate timeline, and we pulled him to this one. But he is her baby, and we need help.
I see why. This is in no way, shape, or form a judgment upon your capabilities. Anyone in this situation would need help. let's just point that out. And
Well, she was not prepared. I was not prepared. Nobody was prepared for a child, especially one this old,
Elias
to come into our lives today.
Elias will walk in and kind of smile at the both of them. Rocky, when Elias comes in, Rose is a little more used to it because she's been around him not quite a bit, but enough. He is the Winter King, so his mantle just when he walks in. I actually don't know if Rocky's ever met him.
I don't think so.
He's very handsome, but it's completely lost to the genteelness of his demeanor. He almost has a feminine edge about him. But he is a man. He's wearing a white button-up shirt and a pair of khakis, barefoot because he's inside. He's got long blonde hair that flows kind of past his shoulders. He's very clearly Scandinavian. He's actually a little bit taller and a little bit broader at about 6 feet, and kind of you know the way that like Swiss men are built, like not Swiss, Swedish men are built.
Okay.
He has that broadness to him, but he is lithe.
Mm-hmm.
And he has incredibly ice blue eyes. And very expressive lips. And his face just radiates this kind of maternal calmness, as he is a Weissfrau. And he'll smile at the both of them. And he does have an edge of sorrow about him, as he is the Winter King. And there's just this palpable air of mystery to him. And he'll walk over to Rose and give her a light kiss on the cheek and kind of floof her hair.
She'll smile. The smile is extremely genuine. Rocky's seen her give this smile before, but she doesn't give it to many people.
He'll actually go over to the wine cabinet and pull out a bottle and pour Rose's favorite wine and slide a glass over to her and take one himself.
She'll gladly take it. I definitely need this after today.
That's fine. His accent is Swedish, but I can't do that to save my fucking life.
No worries.
Right, that is not happening. He'll look at the baby and Rocky, and he'll give Rocky a sweet smile. And he'll say, "I don't believe we've met before."
Rocky Barnes, she'll extend one hand out and while she's cradling the baby in the other.
He'll shake her hand.
There was an agreement made for someone to have a baby. It was accidentally placed in the wrong timeline. This is that baby from the agreement. In that timeline, I was the mother. So when the correction was made, I kind of got a baby. That's a pretty simplified version of all the conundrums, right?
Yeah, that's probably the best way to explain it.
I'm not. Okay. Like, out of all the people so far, he's the one who seems to just be kind of like, okay.
So, his father and I weren't ready for this.
He'll nod.
We weren't prepared. What he had planned, for one, wasn't with me. And so he's working on things on his end. I have his card to buy stuff for the baby. We got a car seat because I feel a bit safer having one while we were driving around. So we'll cover the expenses. I didn't have 9 months to get ready for a baby and then have 5 months of practice yet, because I think he's about 5 months old. So,
Would you like to stay here?
the father would like to be able to come and visit as well.
Of course. He shrugs like okay, of course.
Okay, then I should let you know who the father is.
Sure.
Since you're in on this. Asher.
The Spring King? He'll
Uh-huh.
just whoa. Oh. Oh my.
Rose just keeps drinking her wine.
Down his glass. Like, he just drains that bitch, puts his glass down, like, well then. Oh. Okay. Well, if you would like to stay here, and we can help you. I love babies. Alexi is, like I said, love you. I think Alexi enjoys the concept of children, and likes to be around them. Alexi's nodding his head like, I love babies, but I don't love having babies.
She's gonna look to Rose like almost questioning if that's even okay for her to consider doing.
Rose will give an encouraging nod.
Yeah. Please. Yes, please. I need help. He's really happy and stuff right now, but I'm probably gonna have to change a diaper soon too. Oh God.
It's not
Never.
complicated. The king will shake his head. It's being a parent is mostly in part allowing yourself to understand you're going to make mistakes. It's how you learn. But I'm sure you'll do fine. It's stressful. It's hard. It's damn hard at times. But he'll smile and shake his head. It's very rewarding.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. I mean, no, you won't be fine. Obviously, there are going to be times. But he'll give her a reassuring smile. We have extra rooms here. We can turn one of the guest rooms into a nursery if you don't mind sharing the room with your baby for a bit.
No, I have no problem with that. Probably end up sleeping in the room or sitting in the room while he's sleeping half the time anyways, just trying to figure stuff out.
And for as long as you need us to help you with this, we're more than happy to. Even if we don't have a time limit in mind. He'll nod and say.
Thank you. That that helps. I don't want to burden you for too long, but I don't want to go off half cocked.
No, of course, obviously. And he'll smile. Here, let me show you the guest room. He'll motion her to follow him.
You will?
When she walks away, Lexa will go over to Rose. Give me one quick second. Hold on.
Okay.
Rocky's mind is going a million miles a minute while we wait. Oh God, what have I done? Did I do the right thing? Have I screwed up? Have I already ruined things for this child? You know, the usual parent first time questions. Contemplating if she did the right thing. Is she doing the right thing? Did she give the child the right name? Devin, that's his name. Yeah. Is that okay? And it's the stuff going through her mind.
Okay. Yeah, Lexa will walk over to Rose, and he'll smile softly at her and kind of look around for a second.
She'll smile back.
His arms will delicately go around her waist.
She'll lean into him.
You look beautiful today. You do every day.
Thanks. I mean, I've run around all kinds of places today, and I'm sure I have baby drool on me in a few places.
He'll lean in and give her a very gentle kiss on the lips.
She will melt into the kiss and kiss him back.
He'll nuzzle her face. Does that mean you're going to be coming around here more?
For sure. I mean, now all my best friends are in one place. She smiles.
There is a winter event coming up. I was wondering if the king does not go. It's not that sort of an event. But it is held at... He'll kind of look around, and she can tell that it's a deep trust thing that he's about to say.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's held at the True Winter Court.
Her eyebrows raise.
I was wondering if you would be my escort.
Yes, I'd be honored.
He'll smile and kind of... He like spins her playfully and gives her neck a kiss.
And she grins, and she's a little giddy when he does this, and she'll kind of squeal when he kisses her neck.
He'll put his finger to her lips, like carefully, and he'll say, "But you can't tell anyone."
No, of course not. Yes.
Out of game, by the way. Did you want him to give him the box now or later?
Oh, she can do that now, actually. She would have like set it down like on the table that's by the door or something, and she'll go pick it up. And she'll say, "I have something for you that I got at the market today. Said that this would be important." And she holds out the box to him.
His brows kind of furrow for a second, like with an amused look, and then it's almost... She sees like a small look of recognition on his face, but almost like he can't believe it, like he's remembering something. And his hand, he kind of takes it gently.
I don't know what's in it. I didn't look.
He'll nod and bite his lip, and he kind of flips the little metal clutch and open it and gasp. And she sees tears spring into his eyes.
Are you okay?
He smiles softly. And he'll motion her over.
She'll come over and look.
He'll put his arms around her and like from behind and rest his chin on her shoulder. And it has a few things in it. One of it is a picture of like a man and a woman and a little boy. Another is like a little toy horse and a Russian train ticket, like the stub to a Russian train ticket, and like a stub to a ticket to the Russian circus, and a picture of like an old woman. And he just goes through them smiling.
Rose's breath catches. Is this your family? She'll put her arms around his arm that's around her and just squeeze it tightly.
That is my father, Fyodor, and my mother, Olga, and that is my grandmother. Of my grandparents I had, the rest of them died before I was born. I was my parents' last only child. I was born very late in their life. They didn't expect me. They thought my mother was barren.
She'll nod.
We used to take the train to see my grandmother. She lived in another part of the country. He'll hold the train ticket up. She raised horses. And he'll like touch the little pony for the circus. Explaining how these boxes, like all the items are in the box together.
Mm-hmm.
This was mine when I was a little boy. I hid it.
Well, now you have it back.
It's the only thing I have of those memories. I was taken when I was young.
She'll nod. How old were you?
11?
I was taken when I was 12.
It was during the revolution.
Okay.
No, I'm betraying how old I am now. He blushes. I'll nuzzle the side of her face and give her a kiss on the cheek.
She'll lean into him and she'll just be there with him. And she'll say, I'm glad that I was able to get this for you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Are you going to stay the night tonight?
Probably. I should be here for Rocky and the baby, and I could use some time with you too.
I don't have much inspiration for painting, but I have every inspiration in the world to hold you in my arms all night long.
I would like that. Very much.
He'll give her another little soft kiss on the lips. And as he hears, they've kind of looked at the room and all that, and Elias has showed her around, so they're starting to hear their footsteps coming back. So unless he'll kind of look at her like, do you want Rocky to know?
No, she's kind of like a not yet, so she'll just kind of separate herself from him and go back to her wine.
He'll like one of the stools for the counter and smile. Nothing to see here. As Elias walks back in with Rocky.
Thank you again. It means
And
a lot.
Elias will look at the box and be like, he'll. They speak for a moment and rush into each other. And Elias will smile and ruffle his hair and smile at. No, of course. Of course, of course. Always. Things have been interesting around here the last couple of weeks. He'll smile softly, not really saying anything else to that. I need to get back to work. I'm actually going to be out all night. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. What you're doing is
some things to attend to in the court tonight and my job, so for the evening, but if you need me, I may be.
I will let you know, Your Majesty. Highness, Majesty.
By the way, Rose would know that he is a physician's assistant in a hospital.
Oh, all right.
And he has a shift tonight.
He is crackling up a lot.
Yeah, you're lagging pretty bad right now.
Very robot-y. I hope that was an intentional one and not on accident, because that would really, really suck. Toot, 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 toot. Thank you so much. Thank you. You're so helpful. Thank you. Yes, thank you. 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 So many thanks. And so much gratitude. And Rocky has found a new terror in her life. A new fear she never knew existed. Fear of losing her child. Does Rose have anything else she wants to say or do?
Nope. She's just gonna help Rocky with the baby and all that fun stuff.
Because I'm pretty sure we were just wrapping it up, so I'm just gonna go ahead and end the scene.
Yeah, you can do that. I'm fine with that.
Thank you, players, for playing, and thank you, those who watched, for watching, doing the watching thing. Good night.